We've got a story that's bigger than belts, shinier than gold, and messier than a love triangle in a soap opera. Because this one, it's not just about championship fights anymore. No, this one is about ink, identity, public perception, and one of the wildest rumors currently setting the internet on fire. So grab your snacks, sit back, and let's dive deep into the saga surrounding the one and only Claressa Shields, Olympic gold medalist, boxing icon, and now the star of a story filled with tattoos, baby plans, and the kind of romantic mystery that's got everybody asking, "Girl, what are you doing?" It all began with what should have been a pretty standard media event. Claressa Shields stepping up for her official weigh-in ahead of a highly anticipated fight. As always, she came through with style and confidence. Shields was dressed in a sleek, eye-catching bodysuit, Gussie-inspired, or maybe even custom-designed. It hugged her frame like armor, both bold and elegant. She stood proud, undefeated, a warrior in every sense. But while people were initially taken by her look, that attention quickly shifted to one very specific detail. Not the outfit, not the confidence, but what peeked out just beneath her chest, a tattoo. Faint but visible, fans zoomed in and squinted, and suddenly the internet lost its mind. "The tattoo, it seemed," said Papoose. Yes, that Papoose. Now let's be real. Claressa isn't new to having all eyes on her. She's used to the spotlight. She knows how to carry herself like a champion. But the way she shifted, posed, and moved during that weigh-in, it felt like she wanted people to see it. Like this wasn't an accidental reveal. This was a drop, a statement, a carefully planned tease. Fans picked up on it immediately and the speculation exploded. Was this just a tribute to a friend? A deeper personal connection? Or was it something even more serious, romantic, perhaps? The internet wasted no time crafting theories. The buzz only grew when someone actually asked Papoose about the tattoo. And what did he say? Did he clear the air? Shut the rumors down? Confirm the speculation? Nah. Instead, he hit us with the vaguest non-answer imaginable. Stay tuned. That's it. Stay tuned. The internet collectively blinked and asked, what are we supposed to stay tuned for? A relationship reveal? A diss track? A joint baby shower? His silence, or rather, his strategic non-clarification, only poured gasoline on the fire. And it wasn't long before people began asking if there was more ink involved. Was there a quote tattoo too? Another mystery message. Something only insiders would understand. Claressa herself didn't say much either, just smiled, moved with confidence, and gave the cameras just enough. One thing was clear. She wasn't denying anything. And the longer she stayed silent, the more the speculation grew. The entire internet turned into amateur detectives, framed by framing clips, zooming in on pixels, and playing body language analyst on a woman who's literally paid to fight people. And somehow, the biggest battle wasn't even in the ring. But here's where things took a sharp left turn. Amidst all the tattoo talk and Papoose speculation, Claressa herself added another layer. She casually dropped a bomb in an interview. I'm going to have a baby next year. We already have it planned out. And after I go through my stuff, I'm coming back to fight. And then probably have another one and do the same thing again. Excuse me, what? You're planning babies like back-to-back album drops. That moment stunned fans. Because now this wasn't just about a name on her chest. This wasn't just fan behavior. This sounded like commitment. This sounded like family planning. And naturally, fans immediately connected the dots. Was she talking about having children with Papoose? The same Papoose who has long been publicly married to Remy Ma? The same Papoose who's never announced a separation or divorce? If so, this wasn't just a casual entanglement, it was an emotional uppercut that knocked the internet on its back. Predictably, social media lost its collective mind. Supporters of Claressa celebrated her confidence, her boldness, her refusal to be boxed into anyone else's expectations. They applauded her fearlessness and said, "Y'all just mad because she's with Pap. You don't like a woman who's strong, successful, and not afraid to claim her man." But on the flip side, the critics were ruthless. People dragged her up and down the timeline, questioning her judgment, her timing, and her taste in men. One particularly viral post said, "To beef with Claressa, Clarissa, Clarence, whatever. Let me tell y'all something. I would chew rocks and swallow them before I would ever speak publicly about a man that is still married." And that was just the beginning. Someone else added, "That girl is delusional. Remy Ma been married to that man since you were a child." Sis, you were in grade school when their wedding photos dropped. Some critics didn't even see her as part of the main drama, claiming Claressa had inserted herself into a love triangle that wasn't even a triangle to begin with. Nobody was even talking to Claressa. No man was interested in her publicly. And now she's tattooed up and making baby plans with somebody else's husband. Girl, get out the chat and back in the ring. Let's take a moment to talk about Papoose himself. For years, he's been viewed as hip-hop's gold standard of loyalty. The man who held down Remy Ma while she served time in prison. The guy who repped for her like a king standing beside his queen. But now, with all this floating around, the image is starting to crack. Because even if he and Remy are separated, even if things are over privately, nothing has been finalized publicly. And in the court of public opinion, that still matters. Some fans were quick to call out the hypocrisy. Y'all praised Papoose for being loyal, one commenter wrote. But now you're telling me he's got a whole other woman talking about having his baby before his divorce is even signed. Others weren't surprised at all. Most men cheat, someone said. He held her down in public, but behind the scenes, who knows? The bigger question isn't even about Claressa or Remy. It's about what kind of man Papoose is and whether we've been sold a narrative that never fully matched reality. Let's not forget that Claressa Shields is a master strategist in and out of the ring. So it's worth asking, could all this be intentional? Because in the days leading up to a major fight, when attention is everything and headlines help sell pay-per-view, Claressa managed to dominate the conversation. Everyone was talking about her. Everyone had eyes on her. And not for her jabs or hooks, but for a name tattooed under her chest. Was it a publicity stunt? Maybe. Was it real? Possibly. Was it effective? Absolutely. The timing was perfect. The reveal was subtle but impactful. And the silence? The stay tuned energy? That just kept the suspense rolling. Whether or not you support her choices, you can't deny she knows how to keep the spotlight shining right where she wants it. Now here's the part where things get even more personal. Claressa isn't just dealing with fight night nerves or training regimens. She's out here battling an entirely different opponent, public opinion. And y'all, those comments have been brutal. People calling her desperate. Others accusing her of being the side chick in denial. Some even saying her confidence is misplaced and that she's embarrassing herself on a global stage. But through it all, Claressa hasn't backed down. She's continued showing up with the same bold energy, and in a way that makes her even more of a fighter. Because while most of us can't even handle a shady tweet, she's dealing with entire threads of hate and still standing tall. In the end, this isn't just about a tattoo. This is about a woman who refuses to shrink herself, no matter what people say. Whether you agree with her or not, you've got to admit she's playing her own game. So where does that leave us? We've got Claressa Shields, undefeated in the ring, making moves that are leaving everyone speechless. We've got a tattoo that may or may not signal a full-on romance with Papoose. We've got baby plans, cryptic comments, and the ghost of Remy Ma lurking silently in the background. And at the center of it all, we've got a woman who's making sure you never forget her name, even if you're busy whispering someone else's. Is Claressa in love, in denial, or just in her marketing bag? Is Papoose a secret mastermind or just a messy man playing both sides? Is this the beginning of something new or the unraveling of something old? One thing's for sure, we'll be staying tuned. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Is Claressa winning in life or taking a public L? Is this the romance plot twist of the year or the messiest moment yet?